Hello, my name is Lavina. I am a physical therapist, and I just felt that I needed to start my program because there is a widespread problem that we have currently in our society, and we have to do something about it. And what I'm talking about is the long term effects of COVID 19. So, as we know, people who suffer from COVID, even after um, getting better, they suffer from a lot more issues. And this includes a lot of things, including fatigue, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing, coughing, joint pain, chest pain, memory, concentration or sleep problems, muscle pain and headache, fast or pounding heartbeat, loss of smell or taste, depression or anxiety, fever, dizziness when you stand, worsened symptoms after physical or mental activities. So that means that even the simplest things, even standing up to brush their teeth, to do dishes, cooking, taking care of grandkids, would be very tedious. And this is very common, and I've seen this at our clinic. And what I know is that as a physical therapist, I formulated a program before. I created a program which was mainly for balance, and it is based on Tai Chi, and I combined it with physical therapy techniques. So now it is very applicable for all the symptoms that are suffered by a lot of these patients who've had COVID and still are feeling the effects of COVID. So I figured I will have to start this program right at my own home so people would be able to do it. It can reach a lot more people out there and help them in. For the routine, okay, there is one basic thing that you have to remember about the form. So it's easy to remember. You can repeat it as many times as you need to. And the basis for this routine is the L stance. It's like a letter L. So just keep that in mind. So how we do the L stance is that you're going to step to the right, center yourself. Always make sure that you are centered and you have control over your trunk, not leaning over here, not leaning over there. Make sure that it's straight, okay? Now, after stepping to the right, you're going to transmit your weight on this leg so you can step forward, okay? Now, what happens is that when you are in this L stance, it's like a letter L, L here, okay? You are stable from forward and backward directions, and you have control over your balance on the side as well. So it really keeps you very stable. So you're always gonna step back to the letter L and feet together. Okay, to do the L stance towards the left, you're gonna go step left, right leg forward, slowly, always controlled motions. And then after that, you're going to do the hand forms, and then you're going to step back again and back to position. So that is the L stance. That is the foundation of all the exercises. Now, the reason why I decided to make it left and right directions repeatedly and always twice. You know, when you do the hand forms, the rolling the ball, always remember it's always twice. On the right, twice on the left. So all the forms are 2 times to the right, 2 times to the left. It gives your brain that time to absorb the movement and learn those motions. It is very important for muscle memory, and that is very necessary for balance and stability when you're walking, when you're standing. So another thing to remember is that in the usual Tai Chi movements, you always change directions. Now, for a beginner, that would be a little tough to remember. And you know, one of the effects of COVID-19, the long COVID, is sometimes, you know, the foggy brain. You don't remember a lot of things, and sometimes even the memory is affected. So I want to make sure that it's easier to learn as long as you can do it on the right side and back on the left side. You will have that confidence to be able to complete the routine because it is so easy to remember. It's repetitive to the right and to the left. There is a lot of weight shifting involved. There is also trunk rotation involved, which is very good to mobilize your rib cage so your lungs can expand better, and you incorporate your breathing at the same time in between the routines. Okay, don't hold your breath. Every time you reach out, it's always, every time you reach in, always breathe in, and going out, when the hands are out, always exhale. Okay, because that helps so much with the breathing. Now when you do these movements, every time you move out to the side, it is moving you at the trunk, it's moving you at the chest, and it just allows your lungs to expand better in that rib cage. Okay, very important for breathing and respiration. That's why I picked forms that would stretch out and forward and push. That way you will have a lot of that movement, and there's a lot of motions that transmit your weight left and right, if you notice that. Okay, it's very simple, but it helps your body learn that movement. So you're gonna have that good movement and pattern again for walking. Very important. We will be discussing a lot more of that in the future, but for now, that's the very basic. Okay, so that's just something that you will have to remember when you do this program. Okay.